Want to make money right now?
Yes.
Oh, that's a loaded question. The secret's from a self-made millionaire. This guy is.
Yeah.
He's only 26 years old. He's worth 300 million smackaroos.
And he's got a brand new TV show coming up on Fox. Plus, would you trust financial advice from a 26-year-old high school dropout? It's time to start. This guy has made millions, and he's in a new TV show. He joins us live shortly.
This next guy dropped out of school when he was just 16 to start his first internet ad company. Now, he's only 26, and he's worth more than $300 million. Gurbaksh Chahal is here to share his tips on making millions for us. Good morning to you.
Hey, you're loaded. Smile.
Thank you for having me.
And he's single, ladies, so, you know, stay tuned to watch Gurbaksh here. All right, so you start this new TV show where you're working with people who have no idea that you're a millionaire. Take it away from there. Tell us what it's about.
So the whole idea of is going undercover in a neighborhood where you don't know much about, but it's impoverished, and you meet so many different people, you volunteer, and you kind of try to get to know them as much as possible. And then at the end of the show, you reveal yourself, and you individually pick either the people or the charities you want to help and give away your own money.
So you worked at a soup kitchen, you worked at a shelter. When you were seeing these people, you were essentially interviewing them.
That's right, but they didn't really knew why, and I was basically lying by saying, hey, by the way, I'm doing a documentary on the neighborhood.
Sure. And
it may or may not ever air, so their guards were basically down, and they were still open and honest about what their real situation was.
Well, gee, there are a lot of people out there who are hurting right now with the recession and everything else, and you've got some tips on stuff that is contained in your brand new book as well on how people can turn their lives around and do well. And one of the things you say is to stick with a strategy that will work long term. What does that mean?
You know, right now, at least in the economic situation we're in, it's Darwinism at its best. So survival of the fittest. The biggest companies or the best ideas and the companies and the execution behind it is going to be driven around long-term strategies. So you got to go ahead and make sure that you have that in place. Otherwise, you know, you may not weather the storm.
Well, you mentioned survival of the fittest. Detroit's asking for a lot of money right now. Should they just let them fail or give them the dough?
Well, I think that, you know, that's a larger problem that probably going to take a few more hours to discuss, but it can go back and forth because you're talking about millions of jobs, not just, you know, failing an industry that, you know, could, you know, reignite overnight.
Right. You also say to stay lean. Consumers are in a conserve mode, and your company should be too. Also, don't lose hope. Americans will get through this because as a society, our best strengths are determination and resilience. I think a lot of people are wondering, G, this morning, how did you become so successful at a young age, dropping out of high school at 16?
I think I had the ambition to want to succeed. I saw my parents struggle, and I wanted to see if I could do it my own way. I looked at risk as an opportunity, and it was all about measured risk. It's not like I just said, okay, let's drop out of high school tomorrow. I had a business. Once I knew I had a business, then I dropped out.
You read all about it in your brand new book. It's called The Dream, How I Learned the Risks and Rewards of Entrepreneurship and Made Millions. G, thank you very much for joining us.
And his show's on next week, right, on Fox?
No, it starts, it says starts tonight.
But his episode.
His episode's next week.
That's right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's called Secret Millionaire. Great to meet you.
All right.
On Fox.
But you can have some free green room food. No payment. That's staying lean, pal.